You all know that there are satellites revolving around the Earth. They orbit the Earth and they also tell us the locations of the various people, things, objects and places that are on the surface of the Earth. But these satellites have a limited coverage area. They cannot cover the whole Earth. They have a certain limit of the area they can cover. So there are some areas on the surface of the Earth which are left uncovered by these satellites. So there are some places which are under no satellite coverage. Say, for in this example, this is the stadium of which we know the location through the satellite because this area is covered under a satellite. Now these white buildings are also under satellite coverage. But this tower is actually not under the coverage of any satellite. So this remains unknown as a location. So how do we calculate this tower's location? Well, in this case, what do? We use the locations of the nearby objects or places to find out the coordinates or to find out the location of the tower, that is the unknown object. Now how do we do this? Let's see. Now what we have done, we have simplified the image where we have taken the stadium as A and the tower as C and the white buildings as B. So the tower is in between the stadium and the white buildings. Now what do we know actually is the distance, that is the distance between the stadium and the tower and the distance between the tower and the white buildings. So what we know is the ratio of the distances between the stadium and the tower and the white buildings, that is m:n. So the satellites have given us the information that the stadium has the coordinates x1, y1 and the white buildings have the coordinate x2 and y2. Now what do we have to find out? We have to find out the coordinates of the tower. So we take it as x and y. So how do we find out the exact location of the tower? With these formula. That is the coordinates of C, that is x and y, can be calculated by this formula, where x will be mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, whereas y coordinate will be equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, where m and n are these ratios. Now if you want to know how did we derive to these formulas, you can watch our lecture on the derivation of this section formula. Now let us use that formulas into sums. Now take this example. If R divides P, that is 3, 2 and Q 1, 0 in the ratio 2:3, what are the coordinates of R? So this R is the unknown object and P and Q, their coordinates are already given. Now you are also given with the ratio, that is m:n. Now you just have to find out the coordinates of R, that is the unknown object. Can you do it yourself? Now let's do it. Now let the coordinates of R be x and y. So the coordinates of the unknown object is x and y. So we know the formula, how to calculate the x and y coordinates. Now x coordinate can be calculated by mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, whereas y can be calculated by my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So let's solve this. So x is equal to m. What is m? M is 2 because this is m and this is n. So 2 into x2, this is x2 plus n. N is 3 into x1 is 3 by m plus n is 2 plus 3. So what do we get? We get 2 into 1 as 2 plus 3 into 3 as 9 by 2 plus 3 as 5. So we get 11 by 5. Now in the same way, let's solve y. Now y is my2. So what is m? M is 2 into y2. So this is y2, 0 plus n is 3 into y1. Y1 is 2 by m plus n. So m plus n is 2 plus 3. So this will give us 2 into 0 is 0 plus 3 into 2 is 6 by 5 or 6 by 5. So you can see that the coordinates of R will be x coordinate is 11 by 5 whereas y coordinate is 6 by 5. So just using these formulas we got the location of the unknown object, or in simplified words we can say that we got the coordinates of this unknown point. Now there may be a case where say this tower is just exactly in between the stadium and white buildings. That is, you can say that the distance between the stadium and tower is equal to the distance between the tower and the white building. So what will be the ratio of m and n? If the distance is equal, then you can say that m by n will be equal to 1. Because the ratio of the distances will be equal, so it will give us 1. Then how do we actually calculate the coordinates of this tower? Well, then we have a more simplified formula where we can get the coordinates of C, where x will be x2 plus x1 by 2 and y will be y2 plus y1 by 2. It is just like taking out the average of two things. Now let's solve the sum. Now we have the same question. If R divides P 3, 2 and Q 1, 0 equally, what are the coordinates of R? Now what do you mean by this equally? That is, m is to n is equal to 1 is to 1. So now do we need this? Let's see. Now can you find out the coordinates of R for me? Well, let us take the coordinates of R as x and y. Now we have that simplified formula with us, where x is x2 plus x1 by 2 and y is y2 plus y1 by 2. Now why have we taken this m plus n as 2 here? Because m is to n is 1 is to 1. Okay. So let us calculate x. X is x2 plus x1 by 2 and y is y2 plus y1 by 2. Let's solve these two. 3 plus 1 is 4, by 2 gives us 2 and y is 2 by 2 which gives us 1. So we got the coordinates of R. So suppose this R divides P and Q equally, then the coordinates of R will be 2, 1. So what did we actually learn? If a point, say C, which has the coordinates x, y, divides the line joining A and B, which have the coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2 respectively, in the ratio m is to n, then the coordinates of C can be calculated by this formula and this formula, where x will be mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and y will be my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. And if the case is m is to n is 1, that is it is dividing them equally, then we'll have it as x is x2 plus x1 by 2 and y will be y2 plus y1 by